Unlike ISO 16890 or ISO 29463, which focus on general HVAC applications or cleanroom applications, the new Part 1 of ISO 29461 is a standard that is tailored to the needs of the gas turbine industry. It applies higher air volume flow rates, higher pressure drops and different filter shapes typical to gas turbine applications. Nevertheless, the first version of this standard was still very much oriented to the former European standard EN 779, which has been withdrawn in the meantime. Therefore, there was a need to write a modern standard that incorporates the latest state of the art. For the first time, the new standard also implements a procedure to assess the dust holding capacity of EPA and HEPA filters. Part 1 of ISO 29461 introduces a new classification system which defines filter classes T1 to T4 for coarse dust filters, T5 to T9 for fine dust filters, and T10 to T13 for EPA and HEPA filters. As the new procedures are based on the methodology of ISO 16890 for coarse and fine dust filters and ISO 29463 for EPA and HEPA filters, the new classification system builds the optimal bridge between these two standards. The standard is primarily written for static filters like panel pre-filters, pocket filters and rigid filters. What is new is that the standard also specifies how round filter elements can be installed in the test bench and how the static efficiency of such elements can be tested. With ISO 16890, a new test procedure was introduced which results in transparent filter performance data which are as close to real life as a laboratory test standard can be and which can be directly used for the evaluation of multi-stage filter systems. With the new gas turbine standard, these transparent and accurate filter performance data are transferred into an easy-to-use classification system without losing any information. Additionally, the new standard combines the existing standards for coarse and fine dust filters and for EPA and HEPA filters and brings this into one consistent and homogeneous classification system. With this new standard, the static filtration efficiency and the pressure drop of conical and cylindrical cartridges can be measured. These data are important performance characteristics also of cleanable filter elements. This does not mean that with this new Part 1 of ISO 29461 also the cleanability can be assessed. This will be a focus of a future Part 2 of the standard, which is still in development. ASHRAE 52.2 is a standard primarily written for filters used in general HVAC applications and has the same limitations the former EN 779 in Europe had. First of all, it cannot be applied to higher flow rates and pressure drops as often used in gas turbine applications. Secondly, it specifies filter classes with very limited relevance for the real application in the field, which are quite intransparent and which cannot be used to calculate the overall efficiency of multi-stage systems.